I could see you before.
Okay.
Good morning, All Bets on Me family. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Saturday morning? I would like to just take a minute to say welcome to this space. If this is your first time, can't get my words out. If this is your first time joining us, I would like to say welcome. And I would also like to thank you for being here, for choosing to be in this space with us. For those of you who are familiar with me and familiar with the community, I would just like to say hello, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. You guys are absolutely amazing. So let me just introduce myself. I am LaShonda Walford. I am the founder of this amazing All Bets on Me community. I am a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother, I am an entrepreneur, I am a best selling author, um, and the list just goes on and on. So that is enough about me. I am so excited, you guys, this morning to come before you with another episode of Conversations from the Heart. I have a very special guest that will be joining me today. And look, I know you guys are not here to see me, so let me stop prolonging this. Let's just bring Miss Rhonda to the stage. All Bets on Me family, please help me welcome her. Let's bring her to the stage.
Hey. Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning. How are you, young lady?
I am doing just fine. I'm loving that red.
Oh, thank you, darling. It's one of my favorite colors. Thank you.
It looks good on you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Miss Rhonda, please tell our Facebook, well, not Facebook, tell our All Bets on Me family
Yes.
who you are.
Sure. My name is Rhonda Parsons. I am the proud owner of Her Crown Suite. Her is an acronym that I'm proud of, having exceptional resilience. I am the spaces for women, a safe space that I created is particularly for women with thinning of hair. I'm also a wife, a mom, and a grandmother. And as a matter of fact, my granddaughter was born 2 weeks ago today on my grandson's third birthday. So I'm excited about that.
Yay,
Thank
congratulations.
you so much.
Yes, ma'am. So, Miss Rhonda,
Yes.
I want to know before we get into your business and where it came from.
Uh huh.
I'm a firm believer that when you choose a business to go into, it's
Yes.
from a personal space,
Yes.
which means there's a story behind
Oh,
why
yes.
you chose to do what you do, right? So, if
Yes.
you don't mind, could you please
Oh,
just share, like,
okay.
what's your story?
All right. Great. Yeah, I don't mind at all. Well, about 2 years ago, the summer of 2020, I had noticed thinning of my hair, particularly in my crown area. And my hairdresser and I was going back and forth. She was asking me about, was it any over the counter meds I was taking? Did I have high blood pressure, thyroids, etc.? I said no, and she suggested I go to a dermatologist. I finally went and saw one. I tried to schedule it. That's like the beginning of the height of the pandemic, so it was hard to get an appointment immediately. So that was like the end of the summer, August, September. Finally, in October, I made an appointment scheduled for December, and I saw first I saw an Indian woman in Farmington who looked at my hair. She did a quick scalp analysis. She asked me if I would mind traveling. I had to travel outside of Connecticut, going to Chicopee, Mass, and that's
Mhm.
when who's also she's a black dermatologist. Phenomenal woman. Her name is Dr. Yolanda Lindsay, and long story short, had the analysis. She said that I had alopecia areata. She said the good news was some of my follicles were replaceable, the others were not. I um I opt to use the cream. I had before and after pictures. of my journey. I mean, right now I have a nice cut. 85% of my hair grew back, but this is how my hair looked prior to cutting my hair off and finally getting some work done. As you can see, it was spotted up. It was horrible looking. I did this for like 6 months. When I went to the when I cut off all my perm, I went to my husband's barber um at a 205 Burnside Avenue in the same chair that I now am a proud owner of. It's ironic. I invested money to invest in the barbershop, didn't have any plans on running it. Long story short, after 2 weeks, change of guard, I became not just an investor, but the owner. I turned the space from being a 10-year-old barbershop, hang out for the guys, to a nice, beautiful, you know, candle scented, if you will. Threw my red in there. I love red. I really do. And I just turned it into an all natural hair salon because after because Dr. Lindsay had indicated that she felt that because of the braids that I wear sometimes, or the 30 years I use what do you call it, perms, and them never embraced my natural curly hair, didn't care to. I love straight hair. I like my hair to be even. So I finally just, you know what, Rhonda, it's not helping you. You're losing all your hair. You just have to cut it out. And I have it's been 2 years. I have not put a perm back into my hair. But that's how I end up owning the shop, is because I invested. The guys didn't want to continue on with the contract that we had. And when God sent give you lemons, I'm a true witness that you just add 10 pounds of sugar and you make it sugary lemonade. So I'm happy. So yeah, so now I got a all natural hair salon. And here's the thing, I couldn't secure braiders. Like one or two of them just fell through. So that's when I took the liberty of creating a workshop for awareness for women to educate and embrace and empower them for the crown that they have, rather it's a bald head or whatever. Your crown is your hair, your head, So I was able to get the workshop in February 19th. I secure a guest speaker, Dante. She's a trichologist, McBride of Hartford. And unfortunately, on the 18th, the day before my event, Dante's mom passed. So she asked me, she said she couldn't make it. And I said, okay. And me and my husband talked about it. He said, Rhonda, you need to go ahead and still have your event. And I'm glad I did
Yeah.
because over 25 women showed up, and it was well received and it was just a phenomenal, my first paid event. I was in awe. I was so happy.
Yeah, as you should be. So,
Yes, thank
let-
you.
Miss Rhonda, I knew your story, of course, but
Yes,
for our audience to know your story, right?
yes, ma'am.
And
Yes.
so I'm just gonna clap it up for you,
Oh, thank
right?
you so much. I appreciate
Right?
it.
Because
Thank
you
you.
you turned you took something that was painful to you,
Yes,
turned it around,
yes,
you're able to empower other women and educate them, right? And,
yes,
and give them that self confidence, because you know firsthand when
mhm,
you're losing your hair, you're having a struggle with your hair, what that
yes.
does to a woman, like self esteem and just
Oh, yes.
all your self image. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Of
Because
course.
we know that
I
you've
can.
been through it, and then for someone that's on now, you can you can encourage them and
Oh,
inspire
yeah,
them well.
definitely. So it was a silent. When I first got diagnosed, of course, I had many days of feeling yes, I cried a lot. The person that knew was just two people close to me, which was my daughter and my husband. I wore wigs. Hope, luckily for me, my job had just shut down, so my supervisor and them didn't know. Zoom was introduced, so it was hot. It was easy for me to hide behind my pain.
Mm.
I was even psychologically, I wouldn't even turn my camera on. It's almost as though I thought they saw it and they didn't. You know what I mean? So I just went through a lot of different changes. Depression, I couldn't eat. Insomnia really helped happen for me. Yeah, I went through a lot of psychological problems, issues within myself because I was ashamed. I was truly ashamed. And my husband, of course, tried to just encourage me that it didn't matter if I had bald hair or long hair. He
Yeah.
loved me for me. But that still, as a woman, we all know the Bible, I believe, speaks your hair is your glory.
Yeah.
And I just didn't see myself as being pretty anymore, or I just didn't. I felt really it's almost like a burn. You ever have a burn and then it doesn't go all the way? I just felt like it was a permanent scar. And it took me some time. It did. I mean, I would say after being diagnosed, September to December was traumatizing because I didn't know what the heck it was. I
Yeah.
mean, it just kept falling out. I mean, like you could see the pictures. I mean, spotted up. So I kept wearing my wigs, I wear my hats, or I wouldn't turn my camera on for my community of work of co-workers. I wouldn't let them know. As a matter of fact, they never knew until after my hair grew back. And
Right.
then I felt confident to come out and say something. But it's interesting because, as you mentioned, they don't know my story and don't know what trauma you go through. But when I had that conference, one woman came up to me and she sidebar in my office showed me the pictures of her hair under her wig and with
Mhm.
tears in her eyes, and I just hugged her and I assured her that she wasn't alone. do,
Right.
do you know what I mean?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah,
Absolutely.
something for at least 6 to 8 months I was traumatized.
And so how did you go from what did you do? Like what were the steps that you took to
To
go
get
from
there.
being traumatized to now being able to, because you're not affected by that at all right now. Like
No
you
ma'am,
are
I'm not. I'm really.
confident
what
woman
what what
that I have ever, one of the most confident women that I've come across in a long time, especially when you had to come back from something such as hair loss. So,
Yes.
what were the steps that you took to get you from the depression and from that place of being ashamed and just not feeling, confident as a
Yeah.
woman?
Well, I backing up to prior to finding out that I had it, the dermatologist has like a slew of questions that she asks you as far as family history and all that. And when it came to the psychological piece of depression,
Right.
there was some things going on with me internally that took my hair out, and I was depressed at my last job that I had.
Mhm.
I don't want to go all into that.
Right.
It was just a change of guard where I was misplaced into another unit, and
Mhm.
in doing that, the things that I love to do, it kind of were stripped from me. So I had to again recreate and
Yeah.
just try to deal with that, but I wouldn't talk about it. I kept it in. So I
Right.
had to be honest with her and answer those questions. And then after I got my um the cream that she administered, once I started seeing my hair grow back, the
Mhm.
confidence
Right.
um was reunited, if you will. And
Right.
to finally, like I said, 6 months later, it was once my hair started growing back, I felt more comfortable to share with my closer friends.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then
Yes.
and then they knew somebody within their circle that was going through the same thing. That's why it kind of pays at it's a everybody win. I love that. We all win, not just you, but we all win when you share your story and you
Right.
transparent and just naked and not ashamed, if you will. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love about um sharing our stories, right? Because
Yes.
most of the time somebody's going through something and they feel like they're alone. They feel like there's nobody that can relate or understand.
Hmm.
And then so when we share our stories, we ultimately help other people. We give them courage, we give them hope, and we're able to inspire them because it's like they have a real live person
Yes.
that they can relate to.
Yes.
Questions that may come up, they know that you've gone through this personally. It's not something you read in a textbook. It's not something that you were taught in a classroom. This is something that you lived. And
Yes.
so you're relatable to so many women.
Mm-hmm.
And your willingness to help them is just phenomenal. And I love it because you could have gone through what you went through, got the secret to grow your hair back and sat on it.
Yep.
So most people, a lot of people are not willing to give information and share, things that have helped them with
Right.
people that could benefit from it. So that's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge. And not just kudos to you for that, Miss Rhonda, because you didn't have to do what you did. Not only did you change your life, but you're changing the lives of every other woman that's crossing your path that is impacted by hair loss, right?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. That's a
Yeah,
lot. Say that, and to hear you say it, and for me to echo back in my ears, is it just makes me feel really good to be a help to others. I mean, I just I just love doing that. I really do.
and you can tell it shows. It's all over you
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
something that's passionate to you. It's near and dear to your heart, and
Mm-hmm.
so it shows on you.
Thank
And so, with that being said, I wanted women to realize that, when we internalize stuff,
Yes.
what was going on with you, you were internalizing everything that was making you sad or unhappy or just taking you out of your peaceful zone, right? And
Yes.
peaceful mindset. And so internalizing that and not talking about it to
Mm-hmm.
anybody, it
Mm-hmm.
caused stress on your body, which
Yes.
ultimately caused your hair to fall out.
Yes.
And so I think that's very important. And I'm glad that you shared that piece of it,
Mm-hmm.
because oftentimes women, we go, 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 go and
Yeah,
do
we
such.
do.
It's just like we never even stop to really think about those things that are making us feel some kind of way on the inside,
Yeah.
right? And then we kind of just mask it, or we mask it, or we're moving so much, doing so much, we don't even really realize where it's coming from.
Right. Right. Exactly. So true. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm so glad that you touched on that. Um,
but
you
I
answered my next question.
go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, go ahead. I got it. I'm not gonna forget. Go ahead, Miss Rhonda.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean. I'm sorry for interrupting. But
Hmm.
besides the good thing about connecting with the dermatologist is to first of all find out what the problem is, right? And then she offered all kind of different treatments, but I chose the cream that she administered. After I did that, and when I okay, so after I got my hair back, 85% of it, there was still some thinning in the middle.
Hmm.
And that's how her empty crown serum was birthed. I connected with a trichologist, Dante McBride of Hartford Restoration, who came in, the woman whose mom had passed in
Right,
February. She came back in April and and talked, and we spent, it was only supposed to be like a 2 hour workshop. We were there for 4.5 hours.
right.
He talked about what we eat and
Mhm.
what we the pills we take and all that other stuff. And her and Dr. Lindsay went to school together, but the difference of their technique is that Dante is all natural oils.
Mhm.
And she told me because I had peach fuzz, there
Yeah.
still was life there,
Mhm.
and even though it hasn't caught up yet, it will grow by us administering these 7 oils that she taught me how to make, and
Right.
that's how this was born. So
Oh,
I do have serum to help women who don't want to deal with, because sometimes the pharmaceutical put chemicals that's not
right.
compatible to you because of whatever your medication you may be.
Right.
So yeah, I just wanted to plug that in.
Listen, no, I want you to hold that serum up.
Yes, ma'am.
And please listen, she said that so casually, y'all, but this is her serum. This is the serum that she created, and now that's a part of her brand. Yeah, she did that.
Thank you.
and it's available for purchase.
Yes, ma'am, it
It's
is.
available for purchase. So, Miss Rhonda,
Yes.
is this serum used in your? I know that it is in your salon, in your
Yes,
natural
it
salon.
is. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And I have distributed. Some women have came back for a second sample. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a sample that takes at least a season to work, meaning 90 days.
Right.
Psychologist. So they when they buy it the first time, it's at the regular price, and then when
Mm-hmm.
number two or three, there's a discount. I do a discount for the ladies because it's all about awareness, and I'm happy to say that it's working so far. I
Right.
still got another month and a half, but I can see my peach fuzz is starting to grow. You know, like a plant. You know what I mean? When you watch
Right.
the grow, so I'm elated.
No, as you should be.
Thank
That is awesome. So I wanted you to hold that up and say it again because you just kind of went through that.
I'm
Like
sorry. I'm sorry. So
that's her serum that she
yes,
created. Let's point that out. That is absolutely awesome. And is there a website, Miss Rhonda?
I
Or,
my website is still under construction.
okay.
However, you can DM me on Facebook or contact me on the Instagram. What is
Mm-hmm.
my thing? Rhonda living. Oh gosh, I can't even think of my living her dream. Living a dream. Rhonda living
Okay.
Instagram. My my handle for Facebook is Rhonda Williams Parsons. And I'm very personal. You can contact me on my one of my cell phone numbers, 860-894-0998.
Right. Right.
Um,
That
contact me, ladies. DM me on Facebook and let's talk because I'm here to share.
right. Exactly. And now that I wanted to talk about your workshop, Miss Rhonda.
Okay.
Um, I'm so excited about that serum. I'm sorry. But I want to talk about your workshop
Sure.
because I think that it is important and is needed
Yeah.
because, in African American communities,
Mm,
we didn't really learn the importance of the styles that we choose for our hair.
right.
And so, like you were talking earlier, the braids, the sew-ins, the stuff that we do to our hair ultimately causes it to be pulled out. Um,
Yes.
and I'm not saying that is the only thing, but
Mhm.
that has a lot to do with like thinning edges, if it's not hereditary.
Yeah.
So, can you just share a little bit about the things that you teach
Of
in
course.
your workshop?
Of course. Well, basically, I partnered with the trichologist Dante McBride, of course, to spread to encourage scalp analysis. Dante offered half off, which is $25, which is really a good deal. And women were able to go in my office and just have their private session. It all begins with that. We first of all we have to see what it is.
Mhm.
So rather you ashamed, embarrassed, or whatever, the bottom line is I'm about solutions. I try not to hopper on a problem. I'm just antsy like that. So go to a specialist, rather a trichologist or a dermatologist, and have them do a scalp analysis to see what it is that's causing your hair. Once you get that, then you can take the steps. Rather, you want to cut your hair off or keep your hair, but you need to get educated on maintaining a healthy scalp. That is the most important thing. And once you do that, then if you want your hair to grow back or whatever, you want to apply it to where, because not all of us want to walk around with a bald spot here or a bald spot there, and we're not nowhere near 90 yet, So I mean, we're still young, So yeah, Dante had offered that, which was phenomenal. I told my story, and I told, and because I thought that was more, it was beneficial for them to see it happen to me too, you know. So I'm a walking, I'm like a walking billboard. I tell my stories in a grocery store. If you listen, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
interesting enough, it wasn't just African American. I was in Springfield couple last month and spoke to a Caucasian woman. We were talking, and she said her friend's daughter has alopecia, and it was her 12th birthday. So
Oh,
it's not just women of 50 I'll be six. I'm 59. It's not just women in their 50s
Right.
or 60. It can really happen to children as young as 8 years old.
Right.
You-
Right.
And FDA doesn't have a cure for it. They just don't. So that's the thing too, that we don't have a pill we can just take. Do you get what I'm saying?
I absolutely do. And then you touched on it earlier because even if there was a pill that you could take, it may not agree with everybody, right?
Amen. Exactly.
So the fact that you found a natural solution,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's awesome because I've never met anybody that has used a natural product
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't give them what they needed, right?
Right.
Especially if they've already gone to the dermatologist and had all the testing done and
Right.
gotten that important part out the way.
Yes.
I just love it that it's natural because we know that a lot of people take different medications that
Yes.
do different things to their hair and to their body, and a natural product will not can counteract with what they got going on. So
Exactly.
it's not going to cause an adverse reaction
Right. Yeah.
um, if they're taking a medication.
Mm-hmm.
And and I know that it's other nationalities that suffer from alopecia,
Yes.
but I was talking about specifically like the braiding and
Yeah.
the styles that we choose
To it. Yes,
put in
ma'am.
our hair,
Yeah.
to where I'm natural,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I wanted to bring up too. I'm natural under my wigs. I love wigs. And I've been natural for over 10 years. Um,
Wow.
and when I decided to go natural with my hair, it
Uh-huh.
was because I realized the chemicals. One, I was over my scalp burning from perms. I
Yeah.
had enough of that.
I know it.
Yeah, it's just, and I'm like, what have I been doing all these years?
That-
But that's what I was taught, right?
Yep. Yep.
When we was growing up, my mom took me and my sister with her to the salon, and my aunt owned the salon, and we all would go on Saturdays, and we were there getting perms, and
Right.
and it's just I just chose not to do that anymore. When I got of age to decide what I wanted to do with my hair, I went natural, and I like my blowouts, and I love all of that stuff, but
Right.
at the end of the day, I love wigs because it's convenient.
Yes.
It's so I just put them on whatever and go
Right.
under my wig. I always make sure that my natural hair is taken care of.
Yes.
And I told a lady the other week, even though I wear wigs, I take care of, well, I don't, but I have someone that takes care of my hair under here.
Yes.
Because what if I don't want to wear a wig one day? I might decide tomorrow I want to go get a blowout. And
Exactly.
I want my natural hair to
Mm-hmm.
be as beautiful as my wigs.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be able to wear it whenever I want to. So
That's right. I love it. I love it.
yeah. So look, I'm not knocking any, definitely not saying anything negative towards people who don't want to be natural or that are not natural.
Right.
It's fine, but for me, my
Really.
hair is the most healthiest that it's ever been.
Yes.
When I stopped doing the chemicals, and just now I'm cautious of what styles I choose
Okay.
for my hair.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm good. It's just braided under. If I'm wearing a wig, it's braided,
Yes.
simple braids under here, and I keep my oils, you know,
Yeah.
my scalp, and I rub them in every night, every day, twice a day, just
Mhm.
to keep the hair under here healthy. And I think that's important. Um,
Definitely. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. So Miss Rhonda,
Yes.
what made you kind of answered it a little bit, but I just want to go in a little bit more depth with it. When you saw that the steps that you had taken
Mm-hmm.
works for you,
Yes.
what made you then say, okay, I need to share this with other people? Was it when the barbershop became yours and you didn't mean for that to happen?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, okay.
Because as I said, in December of 2021, no, 2020, was it 20? No, December 2021 is when I secured a hairstylist. She was a braider. She did locks. A
Mhm.
woman from Africa. However, she has children in her country that she had to get to, and she was afraid that she wasn't going to be able to get in there because of the lockdown or whatever that was going on. So
Mhm.
she left, and I understood that. And then I got another woman who had a babysitting issue, and I just, after that happened, I started going to the schools. I went to the different hair salons, and I kept seeing help wanted. And these were establishments that had been in the industry for over 20 plus years.
Mhm.
So me being a visionary, I said, you know what? If they can barely keep chairs filled in their establishment, and I'm brand new to the game, what is it that I know? What can I do? And that's how I came up with the idea to spread awareness about my hair,
Right.
because I didn't see it in anywhere. You don't see it advertised in a hair salon, because that's not their their
Right.
special
Right.
there to do your hair. And I've seen some women, and I'm not calling anybody out, but I've seen some women who the hairdresser know they shouldn't put weave in it, but because their hair is breaking out, but they still do it.
Right. It's interesting point, and I want to touch on that
Okay.
because, and I understand, like, if you're a hairstylist and I come to you with
Mm-hmm.
an idea of how I want my hair, right?
Right.
Being the professional, and I always let people know this. I'm not a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a stylist. I know nothing about it.
Right.
So I'm expecting your expertise. You're the expert in this relationship.
Yeah.
So if I come to you and say, Miss Rhonda, I would like this style. Can you do my hair like this? If
Mm-hmm.
you know that, one, I don't, my hair is not the right type for that,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
And that means that that's not a good style for me, no matter how pretty it looks,
Right.
how much I like it. You have to have more stylists that's going to be honest with their customers
Yes.
instead of just being there. Yeah, you're supposed to satisfy us, but I want you to tell me the truth.
Me
Because
too.
I want to wear a style for 2 weeks and take it out, and now my hair is a mess, right?
Right.
So I'm glad that you brought that point up, because oftentimes I think that's what the stylists are trying. I don't know. I'm not a stylist, so
Right. Right.
I'm
Either.
not. This is not factual. This is just my opinion.
Right.
A lot of times they're trying to satisfy the customer. Um,
Yes.
but in doing that, I feel like you should also give your honest professional opinion about the style, right?
Absolutely.
And when you do that, if that customer still wants that style, then you've done your part,
I
right?
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. So
Totally.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that's important. I know my stylist, she don't care what I bring her. If
Mhm.
I bring her something that she know is not going to be healthy for my hair,
Right. Right. Right.
you shouldn't do it. Or
Yep.
she'll say, well, when she start out like that,
Yeah.
I already know I don't do it. Or sometimes she'll just flat out say, we don't need to do that.
Yes.
We
Yes.
don't need to do that, but we can do this
Exactly.
instead, right? A alternate. And I'm like, okay, because again, she is the expert in our relationship. I don't know about hair.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
I see.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you got some people on here.
I.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Sharice. She said yes, she agree. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, ladies, for joining. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Zachary too. One of my little brothers chimed in. Zachary. Hey Zach. Thanks for.
oh, good morning. I can't even see him. Good morning, Zachary. Thank you for joining us. Um, so Miss Rhonda,
Yes, ma'am.
you said so much during this conversation, but I'm all about purpose, right?
Yes.
And so I want to make sure that everybody understands. So what we're getting ready to do now is connect the dots, right?
Yes.
Connect the dots because you know, I know, and I think they know, but let's connect the dots for them. So you found yourself in a situation where you experience hair loss.
Yes.
You you invested
Mm-hmm.
invested,
Mm-hmm.
not wanting to be an owner. You invested in a barbershop.
Yes.
Then you suddenly became the owner of the barbershop
Yes.
because for whatever reasons
Mm-hmm.
the contract didn't work out, right?
Right.
Now you have this barbershop and you have to do something different with it,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were able to take your painful experience and
Mm-hmm.
spin it around and walk right into the purpose that God had for you. Ain't that amazing?
Oh, yeah, it is. That's
How amazing is that? Like nobody but God can strategically
mm-mm-mm-mm.
all those moving pieces that happened,
Yes.
and then for him to bring it around full circle
Yes.
and walk you right into your purpose. Oh my God.
Nobody but him.
Oh my God. That is so amazing.
Yes, it is. Don't make me cry on live. Don't you?
Listen, you ain't gonna cry by yourself because I'm telling you, I'm so full right now because you a lot of times we want to shy away and we want to run away from those things that cause us pain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Understand the bigger picture.
Yes.
We don't understand the purpose behind it, but we all know that whenever God takes us through something, he
Yes.
already had a plan. He already knew where he was taking you.
Yeah.
He already knew all of this was already laid out. He had you invest in a business that became yours.
Yes. Yes. How
You
about
had no clue that was going to happen. You thought you were just investing.
that's it?
I'm just going to invest in the neighborhood barbershop. I'm
Oh,
just going to do
yeah.
this. No, ma'am. He had you invest in what was going to be yours. You
Yes.
invested in your business.
Yes. Didn't even know.
Didn't even know. He walked you right into your purpose.
Yes, he.
And you didn't, oh my gosh, you didn't struggle at all to do it.
Mm. Thank you, God.
Everything just fell into place.
Yes.
You,
Yes.
I mean, it just was like magic was happening right before your eyes.
Okay.
And it's just, listen, I know how he do it. That's what he do when he do stuff for us.
Mm.
It's just so, huh,
Yeah, he's
it
awesome.
is amazing. And I have been sitting in this chair trying my best to hold my composure. And I said, before we get off this live, we're gonna connect the dots.
Yeah, we gonna give him the praise.
Right. We're gonna connect these dots so that people can see
Yes.
that that was nothing but God.
Yes.
As painful as your situation was, and now that very thing fuels you. That's your passion.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You roll over every morning ready to put your feet on the ground to
Mm-hmm.
see what woman can I help today?
Amen. I sure do.
What you went through.
Yes, you are so right.
My God, that is
So much for this platform, Queen. I mean, you have no idea. It's my first. I pray of many to come. For me to sashay your platform that touches me, and I really appreciate you. You have no idea. I really thank you for that from the bottom of my heart.
oh, Miss Rhonda, the honor is all mine. Trust me. This is this will definitely not be your last appearance. Trust me, it will not be. You have such an amazing and such a bright future.
Thank you.
And I'm just happy to just have a seat.
Thank,
A front row
thank,
seat at what's happening in your life, what has already happened and what's to come. And so once I knew that, I knew I had to ask you to come on
oh,
because
thank you.
this this is the thing. my platform reach people you have not met yet.
Okay.
Your
Wow.
platform reach people I haven't met yet.
Wow.
And
Right. Wow.
we as women, if we continue to come together,
Mm-hmm.
support and
Mm-hmm.
inspire, motivate each other,
Right.
we are going to be phenomenal at reaching the masses. And
Yeah.
to me, that's what it's all about.
Yes.
I haven't suffered from alopecia or hair loss,
Mm-hmm.
but you have. And
Yeah.
there's so many women in my community and in my personal life, my sorority, just like women that's around me who.
Right.
And so, me bringing you to this platform, you can reach them on a level that I cannot. I can't relate to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just the doc connecting you to who needs to be connected to you, and the doc to connect them with you. That's all this is.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's not even me. This is a platform that God gave me.
Gotcha.
Woke me up out of my sleep,
Mm-hmm.
gave me the name of it, told me what to do because in front of the camera is not me.
Okay. You
Take
couldn't
pictures all day. I
have.
can take pictures all day, but getting up here talking, doing these lives that he's having me do, that's not me. That's him. But
Okay.
but I understand the assignment.
Right.
It's not about me.
Amen.
So I had to get out of my comfort zone,
Okay.
get on this camera,
Hmm.
and do my lives the way that he told me to do them.
Okay.
And so when I see women like you make
Mm-hmm.
a difference in on such a, this is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. And I'm gonna keep saying it because I know you're just doing it because it helps me. It's on my heart to do, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to do this to help others. But Miss Rhonda, this is huge.
Mm.
It's huge.
My coach says that to me all the time, Coach Beverly Vaughn. She said that you're gonna reach masses,
You
Rhonda.
are. You
Coach Vaughn.
are. And listen, I want you to share on Wednesdays in the All Bets on Me Facebook community. That's the day, we do Winning Women's Wednesday.
Yes, yes.
Spotlight women, and then women can also post about your business, post
Okay.
your seminars.
Okay. Oh, I also have an upcoming conference. My first conference, September 23rd through 24th. 23rd is going to be like a 2 hour, 7 to 9. But the
Mm-hmm.
guest speaker, phenomenal woman from Yale, who also is a candidate of alopecia. She is
Yes.
a guest speaker. I don't have a venue yet, but I'm doing it September 23rd, 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in Connecticut, and it's September is Alopecia Awareness Month.
Right.
I am going to do my first conference this year. This year.
That is awesome.
Stay tuned. I will have flyers and everything in July. We're gonna start selling our tickets, early bird special in July. So yeah, I meant to thank you. I just thought of that. But
Oh,
yeah.
no problem. Look, I was gonna ask you what you got coming up. You was
Yeah. Yeah.
so
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 happy.
make
Yep.
sure you get me a flyer for that when it gets out.
Yes, ma'am.
Drop it in the community. I'm
Okay.
gonna share it out on my platform and my personal page.
Okay.
Tag a few people.
All right.
I really want to connect you because I have sorrows like when me and you met.
Yeah.
That, also suffer from alopecia, and I think that to see y'all
Yes.
together to do something collectively,
Yes.
I think that would be great. Uh,
Awesome.
and so I'm definitely going to make sure that, and I know they'll tune in later and catch the replay.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
always do. They're so supportive. But I want to connect you guys together because I would love to see y'all collaborate and do something, amazing together.
All right, great. Thank you. Looking,
No problem at all. That's what this platform is for. That I'm all about us supporting each other in
yes.
any capacity. Um, when I get the information, just I'm like I said, I'm gonna make sure I share it out.
Okay.
Also, is there a way for like people to donate like for your conference? Do you need like, well, I'm pretty sure you have it together, but if
Good.
somebody would like to be a blessing to you in your conference, how would they do that?
They can, I guess, Cash App or
Mm-hmm.
Cash App, Rhonda Gina 11. And
Okay.
Um, PayPal. I'm on PayPal as well. So I haven't put all that in. You're the first person I have asked that of me.
Mhm.
So I wasn't prepared, but that would be the way. Do a probably easier way would be Cash App or PayPal, either or.
And that's okay, because what we're gonna do after the live broadcast, we
Okay.
just go under in the community and just put it there.
All
Put
right.
app and put your PayPal information,
All right. I
and
certainly.
that way it's there for if anybody would like to donate for your conference, or
Okay.
just anything, donate to your cause in any way. It doesn't really have to be the conference, but I believe in sowing seeds in on good ground or in good ground. And
Right.
so what
Right.
you're doing is changing lives. And I know, you may have some people come on and say, well, it's just hair, but to a lot of people it's more than just hair,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's their livelihood, it's their confidence, it's their self-worth. It's so much more than it's just hair.
It really, it really.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, Miss Rhonda, at this time, is there anything that you would, like to just share with with our I keep saying
Yeah.
Facebook, but we're actually live on Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter, and YouTube. So thank you all for tuning in. Is there anything that you would like to say to our All Bets on Me family?
I would just like to say thank you for your presence. Um, stay tuned for more. Just not the last time you'll hear from me. I am definitely here to educate, embrace, and empower women of all ages and stages. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm just happy to be able to be a blessing to others and to share my story. I mean, um, we have a tendency of giving somebody else the pen to talk about who we are and defining who we are, but I took mine back, and I'm a righty, and I think I'm writing this with my left hand this time. But
Yeah,
thank you all. Really, I'm so humble. Thank you. That's all I have to say. And Lysandra, you already know. I'm just so excited. Thank lady. It was meant for me to meet you in April at Pen to Profit. It was meant for me, you and I to meet. So I
it
that.
yes, ma'am. And listen, because I want them to see that, a lot of times people think when we're on camera that
Yeah.
it's like an act. It's not.
No, it's not.
When I met you for the very first time, okay, listen, guys, we've never met each other until April of
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
But when we met, the connection was so genuine. I
Yes.
mean, like the the love that was in those rooms at Penn,
Yes. Wasn't it phenomenal?
it was absolutely phenomenal.
Mm.
And I keep telling everybody, it's hard to explain if you wasn't there. It's
Yes.
one of those things where you had to be in the room and had to be in the midst of
Yes.
all this greatness and
Yes.
feel what we felt. But it's very few places that I've been able to walk into
Mm-hmm.
outside of North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
where I've been here my whole entire life.
Okay. I've been in Connecticut my whole life.
So to be able to walk into a place and be received that way, loved that way,
Yes.
and it's genuine was just, I told my husband, I said, it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was not, it was overwhelming, but it was so welcoming
Yes, it was.
because you don't get that where you're from.
You don't. I was gonna say that. You don't get
You don't get
that.
it where you're from. And I think it's because the people they're comfortable with us.
Yes.
And so it's just like, oh, that's just Rhonda. Oh, that's just LaShawn. You know, but when you go somewhere else and you can actually see
Yes.
that what you've done has actually positively impacted the lives of others and they appreciate it, they
Yes.
see your value, and it's just like-minded
Exactly.
women together in
Yes.
one place. Whew, that energy was just explosive, and it's unmatched. Like it really is.
Really. You're
So I'm just glad that our paths crossed
Me too. Me too.
this year. Because this year was the first year that I made going independent profit a priority.
Okay.
So I was like, I told my husband, whatever you got in mind for my birthday, we going to
Right.
pay profit.
All
We
right now.
here. That's what I want for my birthday because
All
we spend money anyway,
right.
right?
Come
But
on.
I wanted to do something different. I wanted to invest in myself and my brand and my business.
Yes.
And what we got was so much greater than what I expected.
Me too. Me too. It was phenomenal.
It was. We walked
Really.
away with connections and friendships, and we're able to collaborate
Yeah.
on different levels, and that is huge.
It was.
Um, and I know I said to people, I know it was called Pen to Profit, and yes, it's geared towards authors, but what we got out of there, I used in my business.
All right now.
I,
Okay.
the things that we were taught at
Yeah.
that conference, yes, authors can use it, but there were so many tools
So many.
and so many strategies.
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited because, like I said, I was able to use it in my home care business,
Okay.
like, and as an author. So it was just way more than what I expected. But
Uh-huh.
it was a pleasant surprise, and
Yes.
it was absolutely phenomenal. So I'm gonna stop talking about that because
Okay.
I can go on and on and on about that. But my point was, I know that this was a divine connection.
Yes.
I
Yes.
know it was, and I'm grateful for it. I thank you
Oh,
for
you.
accepting the invite to grace the All Bets on Me stage, and I just thank you for your genuine kindness towards me from day one. I thank you so much for that. Uh, yeah, I, not trying to make you cry, Miss Rhonda, but
Try not to. I'm a big baby.
look, well, that's two of them. But yeah, no, but seriously, I do thank you from the bottom of my heart because you could have chose to be anywhere this
Mm.
morning, but you chose to be here with us. You chose to come inspire, uplift, and encourage, the women who may be going through a journey of hair loss, whether it's alopecia or any other thing that could cause hair loss.
Yeah.
So I thank you for stepping outside of yourself and wanting to give to others. I thank you so much, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Um, all bets on me, family. Thank you guys so much for continuously showing up to support what we do here. You guys are appreciated more than you would ever know. This community would not be what it is without each of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. If you tuned in from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Share this video. We want to get this word out. Share it on whatever platform you feel that there are women and men that could benefit
Mhm.
from the information that was shared here today. Um, Leave us a comment. Again, subscribe to the channel. Twitch, thank you guys so much for always coming through, showing love. I certainly appreciate you guys being here. And to my All Bets on Me Facebook community, you queens really rock. Thank you guys so much for your continued support.
Yes. Thank you so
I am so honored to have each of you in the All Bets on Me community. Miss Rhonda, again, thank you so much
much.
for choosing to be here with us today. Um, Continued blessings to you. We will definitely continue to follow you, stay in touch with you, and whatever you got coming up, we're going to share it and help promote your conference, your products. When your website is done,
Mm-hmm.
let us know because we're going to share that out as well.
Okay.
Um, until next time, All Bets on Me family. You guys have an amazing weekend and a phenomenal week. I will see you guys later. Bye bye. Be
Yes.
safe.